So now it's time to check out the TARDIS, and this has again had some massive upgrades from the last time we saw it. So let's check those out. So yeah, this is the TARDIS exterior. It hasn't really changed at all, but if we right click, it won't just teleport us straight inside now, it'll actually open the door. Check that out, we have this awesome open door model, and we have this actually for every single exterior in the mod. So yeah, let's head straight inside. And it takes a second to load, but here we go. Here is the 14th and 15th Doctor's TARDIS. Now right off the bat, you're going to see that this does look a little different in that the lighting's different, and that's because this dimension no longer has kind of a Fulbright effect, and now can be affected by just normal lighting. This utilizes these custom Hartnell roundels, and also has this cool door, which also features an open door animation, and we can walk out, of course, if we wanted to. And yeah, pretty cool. So yeah, now we move on to the actual console itself. We have loads of custom controls, and even this little jukebox, we have some decorational blocks such as this. And if you listen, we have the TARDIS hum, which is a great little sound for this dimension. Let's move on to the console and see what this TARDIS can do. So the first thing we have, this is the aforementioned coffee maker. If we right click this, it says please insert sugar. Check that out, we have our coffee now. But yeah, we also have obviously loads of things this TARDIS can do. First we have our monitor here, and our monitor, when clicked, will show us our destination is the overworld, because we haven't really set it to anywhere else right now, and our current coordinates are also right here, and this neat little animated screen. This is our lock control over here. If we right click this, the TARDIS is now locked, and we cannot exit, and if we click it again, unlocked. And actually, I am going to show you that with the TARDIS key, we can actually click on the TARDIS and lock it from the exterior just like so. If we do that, nobody will be able to get in. Now, this is also a good opportunity to show off the Stattenheim remote, which basically just allows you to summon your TARDIS just like so. So if we bring it over here and right click, our TARDIS has been summoned. Now, there isn't really a dematerialization animation yet, but I do plan on doing that in the future. So our next control, I think I'm going to check out, let's show you the fast return control. So this one will basically just take whatever previous location you're at and take you back there. And so if we click this, it says coordinates set, and it plays the iconic sound. And if we head outside, check it out. We are back where we were at the beginning, because basically the fast return control will take you to your previous location. And that'll work basically between dimensions or anywhere you want. So yeah, you can just go back just like that very easily. Now, the other controls can only be used while you're in flight, so we're going to have to go into flight in a moment. First, let's check out the final control, which is the customization control. Now, this will allow you to do the exterior and the interior. So let's do the exterior first. And you can see we have this nice little look at our exterior currently, the police box, but we can select other ones like the chest. And this will not be set until we click confirm, but we have so many different options. We have a chest, we have a phone booth, an oak door, a Christmas police box, an oak tree, which is really huge and kind of covers the buttons, TT capsule, and on our second page we have a couple more, cobblestone, Lego, which was made by a friend of the channel, and the organ from Attack of the Cybermen. So let's say we choose this, just because it's one of my favorites. We click confirm, it'll say exterior changed, and we can walk outside, and check that out. The TARDIS is now changed to the organ. So yeah, if we wanted to change our interior now, we can click this, and we have 2 pages, I believe, worth of interiors. Yes, we do. And check that out. We can go to, say, the first Doctor's TARDIS, and this looks really sweet. We have a custom door as well for this interior, which looks really sweet. I love that, but it works pretty much the same as the other one. We have these custom pillars, which look very nice. We have basically the exact same controls except for this time rotor, which looks extremely cool. We have this monitor, which works exactly the same as the other one, just like so. In here, we have our food machine that I mentioned earlier. If we right-click this, it'll say insert coal or charcoal, and this will give us the aforementioned food cubes. Here's the 4th Doctor's interior, actually. I want to show off this, because if we go back here, there's a piston door, and that leads us to the secondary control room. This is just one of the more notable TARDISes that I wanted to mention, and this gives us an opportunity to show off one of the commands in the mod, which is / TARDIS door position, And if we click enter here, it'll actually change our door position to right here. And so if we go outside using this door, which we just need to walk into, and then we walk back in, we're going to appear at the secondary control room. So yeah, as you can see, our door position has been changed to right here. We have, for example, I'll just show off a couple more, like the 8th Doctors. And this, of course, is going to be one of the biggest. And this is another one where, you know, you can really see the change in the lighting from the last time. I think this one looks extremely cool. Doesn't really have any new custom blocks, just the same controls as always. So let's show you... Sure, why not? I'll show you the 13th. And 13's TARDIS has these really cool custom roundels here. 2 variants, of course. We have this design I made for the special doorway that TARDIS had. And of course, our console with the same controls. So yeah, let's actually move on to flying our TARDIS now. So we can click this dematerialization lever in order to dematerialize. And of course, if we don't dematerialize, this happens. So it'll tell you that these controls can only be used while dematerialized. So if we dematerialize, we have an amazing sound effect. And here we go. And yeah, now we'll be able to use a couple more of these controls. So this is our time control. We click this, changes us to night, click it again, changes us to day, and it has this cool clock texture. And if we walk out, we will be changed to night. I'm not going to show that because that's pretty self-explanatory. I will show off this though. This is the coordinate panel. So we click this, we have our coordinate selector, and we can enter some coordinates, kind of like with the vortex manipulator. So let's say we go here, here, and here. And now, if we're worried that we're going to spawn inside a block, we actually can mitigate that by clicking Calculate Y. And this will basically find a Y coordinate that is not inside of a block. See, it's changed to 67. And also, if we wanted, we can click Randomize to get coordinates that way. I won't show that because it's pretty self-explanatory. But basically, it can go up to 10,000 blocks, I believe, in either positive or negative direction. And yeah, basically in the X and Z axis, not in the Y though, obviously. And then get current just inputs your current coordinates, but we're not going to do that because we are going to click enter so that we go to some new coordinates. And we are going to maybe go to another planet while we're at it. So let's click this dimension selector and we can go to the Nether, the End, but I'm going to show off some of the new planets like Skaro, for example. So we rematerialize and now we can walk out the door. So yeah, we have just arrived on Skaro. And the TARDIS is sinking to the bottom of this ocean, sadly. But here's Skaro. Here is our Varga plants, our various Daleks, and they are attacking the Thals, of course. Here's our hand mines, and these will actually pull you into the ground if you touch them. So we do that, and I think something just blew up, but yeah. This is Skaro, everyone, based on the episode The Dead Planet. So yeah, basically, Skaro had these like petrified forests in the first episodes, and it looks extremely cool. It's got this petrified wood and these petrified leaves. Same thing with the grass. So yeah, everything is just kind of this like stony stuff, and if we break it, it does make kind of stone sounds and needs a pickaxe and whatnot. But yeah, so Skaro is very kind of creepy. I don't have my particles on, but there are also some like ash particles kind of floating in the air, which is really cool. Of course, this planet has loads of Daleks, including this like movie Dalek that I don't believe we've taken a look at. But yeah, Skaro is a very interesting planet. This is another one where you need the spacesuit to survive, or else you'll die of radiation poisoning. Let's check that out real quick. So we go to survival, we are fine, but if we take any piece of this helmet off, check that out. We're going to be dying of radiation poisoning. In the future, I might even add radiation pills you can take, so that you don't need to wear the spacesuit, but yeah. This is a landmine. These just spawn randomly throughout the world, and they will blow up when you step on them. Just like so. Just to add more of like a war zone kind of look to Skaro. And there are loads of structures you can find on Skaro, so let's actually look for those real quick. So, this is our Dalek outpost, and it seems to have spawned with a tree inside of it. That's not great. But this is where we're actually going to see those Dalek control panels I talked about earlier, that you need the Dalek sucker in order to operate. So if we use our Dalek sucker, if we don't do it, it says it cannot be operated by human hands. But we can do this, and there we go. We can head inside. And this is basically just a Dalek dungeon. You can see we have dead planet Daleks, and we have spawners right here, and on the other side over here. We have a couple of kind of TARDIS controls in here, basically just monitors, and we have some food machines, and also these Capaldi lights, which obviously are from the Capaldi TARDIS. Two chests, I believe, in here, and they have random loot, so you can get Dalekanium scraps, rotten flesh, and this is where you find celery as well. And over here, yeah, pretty much the same. But yeah, that's really all there is to that. Very basic structure. Here's another structure. This is the Thal camp. They appear to have already died. Oh wait, one of them's down there. But yeah, you'll get like 3 Thals, I believe, spawning in these camps. And they're probably already dead, as I said. But yeah, they got their little wood pile, their little campfire. And in here, a little chest with some loot. They give you apples, which is what they spawn, what they drop when they die, actually. They got some stone tools, some coal, and some Dalekanium scraps. Yeah, this is the Dalek City. It looks extremely cool, and is honestly probably one of my favorite structures in the mod. But if we head down here, we can actually see it firsthand, and a lot of these towers actually have spawners on them for dead planet Daleks. So this is where you find dead planet Daleks. They only spawn in cities. But yeah, if we head inside, I'm just going to show you briefly what's inside here. So we have these various hallways. We have a water elevator, which is a neat touch. Again, more spawners. And inside these chests, we have some good loot, actually. We have iron, we have diamonds, we have gun sticks and plungers. You know, everything you really could need, including some celery. If you're hungry, I guess, you can go up this elevator. And up here we have food machines, more spawners. And then in here, this is actually based on Davros's room from the Magician's Apprentice, I believe. And yeah, we have another chest in here, same kind of loot, basically. But 17 diamonds, oh my goodness. Yeah, so this is a good place to go to, but obviously very deadly as well. We have this room, which, yeah, this is the one that's definitely based on The Witch's Apprentice. Really cool. Of course, the same spawners and the same kind of loot. Again, these are very dangerous structures, so you do want to be careful. There's 2 spawners in that room. This room is from Evil of the Daleks, and it's the Dalek Emperor's throne room. And there's actually a hidden spawner under here for Emperor's Guard Daleks, as you can see. So yeah, this is a very nice room as well, and you can get even more loot in here, just like so. And then this is approximately where you're going to find it. So let's go there, and then you can see we already have a boss bar. Yes, there's a boss in this mod now, the Dalek Emperor, and if we go upwards, it's actually very high in the sky, the Dalek Mothership. So yeah, let's check that out. And there it is, coming into focus. The Dalek Mothership is huge and awesome and scary, so yeah, you're going to need some crazy supplies in order to take on this structure. There's Daleks on the roof, and yeah, it's pretty crazy. And you can see it says down there, Stage 1 Defense. So we break into here, just like so. Here is our Dalek Emperor. He looks so cool, doesn't he? I love this model. It looks so sweet. And you got the guy inside. But yeah, he has multiple stages he goes through as you fight him. I'm going to leave you guys to actually discover what those are and do the actual fight. But yeah, this is a very cool feature and I really love it. And you've got to be careful not to fall into lava below as well. But yeah, this is really everything there is for Skaro. Let's check out another planet. Let's choose one that we haven't seen yet, like Trenzalore. And I think we spawned high in the sky. Yeah, so we didn't change our coordinates, so we just spawned at the same place. So we kind of are falling to our death. But yeah, so you are going to need to probably edit your coordinates. But yeah, this is Trenzalore. Trenzalore is a very dark planet. You can see even if we do time set 0, well, it's not that dark, but yeah. It can get pretty dark at night, at least. And yeah, it's completely snowy. And it's got icebergs all over the place. And it's got gravestones. Now, these gravestones you got to be careful of because they can actually spawn weeping angels near them. So you do want to be careful of those. And I did forget there is actually a structure in the overworld for a graveyard. And so yeah, if you want to find weeping angels, that's where you do it. And then there is actually more weeping angels on this planet as well. Like this. Here we go. So you can find weeping angels like stuck in the snow. And if you step on them, it'll actually bring them to life. So let's do that. So, boop. And you can see it's pulled itself out of the snow. And now we have a weeping angel. And yeah, of course, if you know the weeping angels, you'll know that they can't move while you're looking at them. They're basically statues. But if you look away, they will move. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, they're very strong. And they actually have a cool ability as well. That they can actually steal your TARDIS key. which is a crazy feature. And yeah, our TARDIS key is gone. It's supposed to update the model. It doesn't always do that for some reason. And if we kill this, we will get our key back, so you do need to be very careful not to lose your key. Luckily, these guys will not despawn, so if you do lose your key, you can get it back. You just need to go back to where the Weeping Angel was. And this is our first structure on Trenzalore. This is the Dalek Fighter, and this has a little Dalek spawner. I think it's kind of buried in the snow, but yeah, this will obviously spawn some Time War Daleks at it, based on Time of the Doctor, I believe, and looks pretty good. This is our Zygon ship, based on Terror of the Zygons. But yeah, let's go in. And this looks really creepy. I love the way this looks. And we've, of course, got the Zygons in here. And these guys, when they're near a villager, will actually morph into villagers. And they spawn in villages in the overworld. So, obviously, these guys can be quite sneaky and sneak up on you and get you. So, yeah, if you head in here and manage to find the spawner in the center and destroy it, then you can go find some loot. It's kind of hidden. We are now in Christmas Town, and it's going to take a while to load because it's absolutely huge, and it looks honestly amazing. We've got villagers. Of course, some of them might be Zygons, so I'd recommend looking out and being careful. But yeah, Christmas Town, extremely cool, big structure, and this, of course, has its own loot too. So we get music discs, we get carrot juice, we get fur coats as well, which is probably useful, even though you don't actually freeze on this planet. But if you go to Mondas, you will actually freeze on Mondas because they don't have a sun. Of course, like I said, Zygons, and they're converting into villagers when they get close to them. So yeah, you do want to watch out because this place is not totally safe. There are obviously Sontarans, Zygons, and pretty much any mob can spawn here. And yeah, but this is an extremely cool structure, I think. We've, of course, got a little mini graveyard with all of our gravestones. So yeah, even Weeping Angels can spawn here. And yeah, overall, you do want to be kind of careful when going to these structures. This is a dangerous planet, as is most of the others, honestly. So yeah, just know what you're in for, basically. But I think with what I've outlined here, you're going to know what to expect on most of them. So yeah, that basically covers most everything in the mod. I probably haven't covered everything, as I said, but it is ultimately up to you to explore the rest of the mod, as at the end of the day, that's what the mod is. It's all about exploration and kind of surviving in the world of Doctor Who. So yeah, hope you all enjoyed my look at Teeb's Doctor Who mod, Update 7, and a little bit of an early look at the Dalek Emperor as well. So yeah, that's all there is to it. I've been Teebo2. Be sure to subscribe, to follow my Instagram, Teebo2at, to follow my Twitter, which is also Teebo2at, to join my Discord, and lastly, to have a nice day. Goodbye.